Hey everyone, and welcome to the Coins Alert channel. The paper just put out a nice piece by Marcus Infanter of Ripple today called The Year of Institutional Multi-Circuit Strategies. This is really being pushed. In this paper, he finds three trends. First, let me read you some of this. Then we'll talk about what Rath Economon has seen. As digital assets continue to change and grow, some trends are starting to show up. For example, money market funds that use tokens. They are expected to reach $400 billion, making them the class of digital assets that grows the fastest a year for the next 5 years. Based on how the stablecoin market has grown over the last year, it's clear that these financial assets will see huge growth in 2025. As institutional interest in blockchain-based financial products grows, companies like Aberdeen and Fidelity are starting to use tokenized funds, and corporate treasuries are switching to multi-token strategies. These companies want to find new ways to make money, protect themselves against inflation, and work more efficiently. We are where we are today because of where we came from. Whether it's in terms of the economy or politics. I mean, for example, inflation wasn't on our bingo card maybe 5 years ago, or it was, but not to this degree. They're adding other ways to protect against these kinds of things as the goods come out. Public blockchains will be used more and more as the foundation for these new technologies because they give institutions the security, speed, and global access they need. In the next few years, I think digital assets in the industry will change in the following ways. Tokenized MMFs will grow. Public blockchains will be widely used by institutions, and corporate funds will switch to multi-tenant strategies. After that, he talks at length about these key ideas here. Oh, I see. Rath Economy just leads these. I guess I thought this tweet thread was longer. More people want tokenized financial assets, and business treasuries are starting to use multi-token strategies. Let's go back now. To this point, okay, to meet the demand for tokenized financial assets on the market, more and more institutions will use public blockchains. This means that if banks and other businesses do it, then stores will have to too. Basically, this is how markets will shift and change if it is controlled and institutions put in most of the money. There won't be much of a choice in the end. We don't have to like it, but everything is going to be tokenized, and that makes it possible for even more money to come in, because more money will come in if we make it easier for people to handle money. Multi-token schemes will become more popular faster thanks to corporate treasuries. So there's a whole part about that. Guys, I'll put a link to this in the movie description again. Which one was the first one? The growth of tokenized MMFs will be stable, like coin growth. That area will also grow then. What's next for tokenized goods? These three trends show that the way banks handle digital assets will change in a big way and enter financial markets this year. One of the main reasons for the rise in tokenization is the desire for new revenue streams. Big financial institutions will feel more comfortable putting their money into institutional-grade technology and compliance tools as they get better at what they do. At the same time, corporate departments investing in digital assets will lead to more improvements in treasury management, making solutions that are safer and more efficient. This will help make financial platforms built on the blockchain easier to access, more efficient, and more stable. This will completely change how institutions work and interact with the global financial market. I want to say again that this article was written by Marcus Infanter, who is Senior Vice President of Ripple X. He knows where this market is going, so you can be sure of that. It's clear that Ripple has a lot of ties to the financial world. They have a lot of relationships that are already affecting and shaping this. So it's kind of like one of these papers that predicts the future and already knows what's going on behind the scenes. Guys, this is how big, when we finally have clear rules, it will be very easy to understand how certain cryptocurrencies work. People will be rich with these cryptocurrencies because they solve problems. I'd like to thank Rath Economon for putting that up. As of right now, Ondo Finance has made a new statement about their partnership with Ripple. We're excited to say that we will be working together with World Liberty FI to bring traditional banking on-chain and increase the use of tokenized real-world assets. There are a lot of different chains, so we're not just seeing it with one. Are working together, WLFI is looking into how to add Ondo's tokenized assets to their network as either treasury service assets or treasury reserve assets. Please excuse me, Wealthy wants to add USDY and OUSGG, which are tokenized securities from Ondo's new foreign markets that can't be bought by people in the US right now. But of course, guys, that will probably change once the rules are clear. So the platform makes it easy for users who are qualified to borrow money and trade on margin. World Liberty Financial wants to become an important part of Ondo's plan to grow Ondo Global Markets, a platform that will make it possible for standard assets like stocks and bonds to be turned into tokens. Guys, this is what we see. It's very possible that Ondo and Ripple were talking about working together before Trump became president. What I think we'll start to see is that the government is going to change things now that he won. That's something I think this is an example of. I mean, I'm just guessing, but I think there will be a lot more businesses that want to connect the banking system to the blockchain. I believe that these kinds of relationships, especially American ones, will happen a lot more. Anyway, that's the latest from Ripple partner Ondo Finance. Also, guys, Ripple partners in Africa like Flutterwave have just reported that more money is being sent home by Africans who work abroad on paydays through the Send app. We're also seeing these usual routes for sending money really take off. Demographics is the name of this study that has some of the numbers here. 83% of those who answered were between the ages of 18 and 34. A lot of them had family members living in other continents like Europe, North America, or Asia. In fact, about 30% of those who answered have friends and family living on a continent, but not in their home country. So remittances were a lifesaver for people who didn't have bank accounts or didn't have enough money in their accounts. Almost half of the money that people sent home was used to pay for basic things like food, rent, and utilities. The extra money that was sent back was used for things like schooling, business investments, and even cultural events. This shows that remittances are valuable in both economic and emotional ways. Most remittances go to and from diaspora groups. Again, these are Africans who live outside of Africa on those countries. Two important dates for the Send app by Flutterwave in 2024. One more time, guys, a Ripple partner. They are now in 49 US states, so they have grown. Send app successfully increased its services to 49 US states. This was a big step toward our goal of being available to all customers, whether they are in Africa or somewhere else in the world, and allowing for seamless transactions. By 2024, 98% of remittance transactions were finished in less than 5 minutes. The platform also added features like GBP pay proof and better fraud detection. You can see that this is using DLT technology on the XRP system. The money is being sent to the US, most likely in 2024. The XRP system isn't being used for transactions yet, but that's probably going to change as these rules change and become more clear every day. This was also brought to our attention by Mike Manfield. Ryan Bank has chosen Finastra, a Ripple partner, to improve their core banking system. Moving to Finastra's next generation option will give the bank a more complete package. That will make their business run more smoothly, cut costs, and give their customers in Qatar more features. To make sure we can keep providing strong digital Sharia compliant services that meet our customers' needs whenever and wherever they need them, we are currently going through a technology change journey. In the Middle East, that is a very important part of following the rules. For faith reasons, they also have to follow Sharia. So, guys, this is yet another example of how the cycle effect is growing and how these Ripple partners are adding to the ecosystem. Eventually, we'll see the price of XRP go up as more of these things happen on a larger scale. That's really important news, and I want to thank Mike Manfield for sharing it.